Hey folks, Quillington here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Football Manager 2017. We're playing as Air United, and we've just gone through a lot of contract talks for my players as well as myself because we're about 6 months off of May, which is when all the contracts were due to expire. So we've had to do a lot of work there. Some things went well, some things went maybe not so well. There's a couple of things that I'm not sure of yet, and we'll see how it goes. My own contract here is due for renewal. I went and suggested, first of all, I increased our league expectations that we would end up mid-table as opposed to simply avoiding automatic relegation. I could have sort of split the difference and said avoiding any relegation fight whatsoever, but I'm increasing the expectations a lot because if we meet that, then hopefully people will be extraordinarily happy about that. I've also put in a philosophy that we're going to try to play a bit more of a direct style of football because it seems to be working. Our passing rates are really good, and I think we will go ahead and try to play more direct football, which I think will actually work really well with that sort of counter plus direct football mentality. In fact, I may have put in a philosophy as well for more defensive style, but that's it. I'm going to go ahead and negotiate the contract. I'm just going to leave the contract the same. They actually initially offered only 15% promotion on promotion rise, which seems a little unfair. I don't want to take more money away from the team. I'm quite happy to play here, and I'm not looking to necessarily change my situation. I mean, you don't get bonus points in this game for earning more money yourself. We may start to get offers if we do well for from other teams and other leagues, but I don't know, I kind of want to stick around here for now. So we're just going to go ahead and suggest these terms as is. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be able to agree. I mean, maybe, getting more money here doesn't take money out of the salary budget, but I think it does. I think if we look at the finances, this whole thing factors in there. I also put in a request that ideally we would like to increase the wage budget, which I think they are considering at this time. So cross our fingers that is going to be there. We have no transfer budget at this time. I think we threw in a few bonuses on our contract renewals. So one of the problems that's going to come up in this contract renewal is that actually Ballatoni over here, who actually isn't starting at this time because we'd promised to start to Peter Murphy, we actually were very awkwardly not able to find an agreement on his contract. He was asking a massive pay rise because right now he's getting paid $500 per week, and I think he was asking for a little over $1,000 or something like that. And the discussions broke down. So I don't know what we're gonna do there. I was looking to sell him. We got a few people that were offering at $48,000. Maybe I should have just taken that. I did turn them down. I'm hoping to squeeze out a bit more. I'm probably asking for a little bit too much. I should probably ask for something like $60,000 and say that the minimal acceptable amount will be $50,000 over here. So we'll start shopping around and see what we can do. I'll be ashamed to lose him. He's a great defender, but if we can, get him for a bunch of cash, that would be nice. I don't suppose if I looked at his contract info, could we find out how much we got him for? History maybe. Oh, did we get him as a free transfer? Wow, that's crazy sauce. Yeah, that is crazy sauce. But we got him before the thing started, so we didn't pay for him, and we could get. Well, again, we'd been offered 48,000. Maybe I should have said yes to that. I don't know. Can I offer him to clubs around? I'm gonna offer him to clubs at 60,000. And I would like a percentage of next sale. Let's say 25% percentage next sale. So we're gonna offer him around and see if we might be able to get anything out of that. Cross our fingers. We do have a match today, though. Delighted, except yes, we've re-signed our contract. Offers were made. We're getting less and less with every single one. But maybe I can do some negotiation here. These Norwegian Premier Division. I don't know if it matters really where we send him. Let's send him. Let's send them to Denmark. So view offer is at the bottom here. View offer. I want to say, listen, when you sell him. Not profit. I want to remove that. I want to say percentage next sale. I want 20%, and I would like a 55K fee. So I'm going to suggest these terms. Oh, that was easy. Apparently I should have asked for more, but we're going to go ahead and... One of the things that was also required to negotiate a contract Ballatoni here is his agent required that we accept the promise that Ballatoni was just going to use this as a stepping stone to something else. It's not like he never necessarily want to go there. The player's contract runs out soon. And we'll accept all offers of higher equivalent value in case it comes up as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that. That's going to be okay. And I guess We'll leave that in there for now. I mean, I suppose I could... I don't know if it matters. What if I... Did I... So I didn't accept the existing one. There we go. There's the Danish one. There's another Danish league one. Just out of curiosity, if I went and, like, tried to negotiate a 60K deal and said percentage of next sale 25%. Okay, they countered with less. Oh, and they want to pay in monthly installments as well. Oh, okay, I don't understand. It says fee 45K here, monthly installments, and I'm like, oh, this is up front, and then over the next 12 months, they'll pay out a total of this much for a potential value of 60,000. So, I guess, right, because he's got to go and agree, to, like, contract negotiations with this team as well. So, all right, we'll do that. Let's say, hey, maybe Sweden over here. So, let's keep, like, would you, I don't suppose you would accept, like, 100K. No. Okay. So that they're not willing to do that. All right. I won't accept any more right now. We can always come back to that. We stand a new contract. Of course, I'm absolutely loving it here, and we want to stay with Air United for the foreseeable future. We're delighted to stay there. Of course, absolutely. We've got a bunch of transfer offers and notices and things like that. Right. The initial fee, and over here. So can we? Could we do like, I guess I'd have to type it in at this point. Let's say I said, listen, I want 80,000. Can you make that work? No, 60. Non-negotiable offer. You know what? I'll accept this as well. That's okay. And I guess I'll leave the rest there, and we'll just keep moving. If he doesn't agree to one of these, then we'll keep negotiating. Meanwhile, we've got a match to win. Dunfermline versus Ayr. We've lost against them before at home. Now we're playing away, but hopefully we've got a better composition overall going on. We're going to be playing more as a deep lying forward and really giving a little test run to that kind of role there, see how that works out. Addition to that, oh yeah, the other noteworthy contract negotiations. I was unsure what we were going to do with Alan Forrest before. I have negotiated a contract, although we did go and bring him down to a hot prospect instead of a key player, which made us so that we could pay him less, actually, which is okay. We're going to train him up to be a poacher role. Alan Forrest doesn't have great jumping reach or heading skill, which is too bad, but I think we could train him up as a potential poacher. He's got a lot of potential to maybe become a full-time player, in case we can't keep up the loans. And nothing else, it's cross-training him to another role that might be handy. We're pairing that off with also training up Craig McGuffey, who's got a lot of potential here. He's got a lot of potential. He's only 18 years old right now, and we are going to train him up as a target man, assuming that we can get him to be a little bit stronger. He's relatively tall. He's got good jumping reach, decent heading. We'd have to train up his heading ideally a little bit more, but he's got good jumping reach just sort of naturally. If we can get his strength up, play him as a target man as a pair with Alan Forrest up front, I think I'd be extremely happy with that sort of thing. Anyway, we're going to submit the team as is. We're going to go and play this one. Hopefully we can win this. Again, now we're promising to end up at least mid-table. Of course, if we stay in the top four and get the into the promotion playoffs, that'd be nice. Dunfermline is considered the favorite. Again, they beat us before, and this is an away match for us, so I can't blame them too much. They are, 8th overall, but it's not actually that significant. And again, I'm still worried that... can I check out... If I check out the team... let me go home for a second here. Dunfermline over here, and we do a comparison... They do have a little bit more money worth of their team, but that's about it. We're very similarly on par. That's going to be fine. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, marking both strikers seems good. You think we should mark this guy too? Suppose that'll be okay. And again, we'll do the thing where we close down on the two flanks. If they happen to have the ball, we'll close down and tackle them hard. It's unlikely to result in a foul within our penalty box at that point, which is good, and also, just deny the crosses as soon as possible. I think is going to be okay. So we'll get a team talk over here. Good for morale is high. Yeah, well, so, be calm about it, and I'll say, keep our run going, win this match, and, do a little bit of passion. Oh, we're not really getting the good performance that we would normally get. There we go. That's going to be okay. Yeah, Craig Moore only on okay morale. It's funny, when everyone else was counting him out, his morale was high. I guess he wanted to prove them wrong or something like that, and now not so much. I don't know why every now and again it does these little intros. Man, Oh no, I thought the crowd was a lot more full than it is. It is not. It's hell of a stadium with the cameras and everything. Oh, the other thing I tried to do with our contract renegotiation is see if I could get better training facilities, but the management was not willing to do it at this time. I think it'll depend a lot on our financial situation at the end of this particular season, right? I mean, we haven't booked extra cash yet, but again, if we do make it to the end, if we make it high in some of the cups, there's some potential there. That is going to be a throw-in for us. I like the offensive play so far. Oh, that's right. I had wanted to play a more direct style. Maybe I won't change it quite yet. I'm going to change the actual tactic so that we can feature in a little bit more training. I don't want to just do a strategic change mid-game here. Now, we are playing standard as opposed to counter, which actually I don't think is what we want to do here. I think we do want to go counter because it is away and we are slightly not as favorited. So far, so good. 90% possession. I mean, that was only 3 minutes in, but it looked very strong. It feels like our people are pumped up in a way that they weren't in the most recent cup match there against that lower tier team. And it may have been a complacency thing, or I don't know what, but this scares me. We have been practicing defending set pieces because that has been our vulnerability actually all season. We are one of the teams that does have the worst records of defending set pieces, so we're going to work on that a little bit more and a little bit more explicitly. And again, probably something like every third week I'll actually work on I'll throw in a defend set piece kind of command, just to try to keep those that practice a little sharp. Oh my God, what a beautiful, beautiful pass from Harkins there. Actually, that entire setup was just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Really nice. And again, by changing Craig, well, actually, let me, as soon as this comes in here, I'm going to pause. Where is Craig Moore at this point? Is that, can I click on you? No, not you. I want to click on the guy behind Weberburn. Oh, I can't click on any of my people here with this camera angle. Okay, there's Moore. So Moore, instead of playing a false nine, he's playing like a deep lying forward. I don't remember what we actually called it. I guess we can take a look at the overview here. Deep lying forward over here. So it'll be interesting to see. Oh no, our replay. Hang on. Go there. And I guess I have to change the camera explicitly now to just go director mode at this point. That's going to be fine. Okay, so this is the whole lead up to the play. Craig Moore, Thomas over here, Harkins in the middle. This is exactly the sort of formation you would expect, right? Two strikers with Harkins right there supporting things. Oh, we had a bit of a problem dribbling the ball, which slowed up the play a little bit. I mean, Craig Moore, still can't click on him. There it is still definitely moving up quite a bit. Geegan, Kearney. So that's going to be Harkins. Oh, Moore. Actually, this is exactly the sort of thing we're looking for. Moore, who's a good passer. Harkins moves past him and past the defenders. A tiny little quick pass over to Thomas. That actually feels really, really, really fantastic and exactly the sort of thing that we're hoping for. So let's fast forward to the live period. That looked good, having long shots, but from we only had 3 shots and one of them went in. Like, seriously. Sometimes they're right and I ignore them too much, but like 95% of the time they just like react a little bit too eagerly, I think, to some of these modifications. Still, in general, it might in fact be good for us to move forward a little bit more. There, oh my God. Oh, that went in! I was sure that was over. I mean, the goalkeeper tapped it, and you know, you see the net move. That's what you often see when the ball goes over the net and then taps it from the top. Beautiful, beautiful goal there. So, you know, oh my God, look, Thomas and Moore's right there. Beautiful position. Does get tapped by the goalkeeper, but he's not actually able to stop it completely. Like, why? This is the sort of game I expected to see last time. This is the sort of game I expected to see last time. Beautiful play up front. Absolutely nice. And, I mean, it could just be every now and again, or every game, effectively, people sort of roll a modifier to see how on fire they are on this particular game. Plus, there's a sort of a complacency modifier that builds up over time. You know, the fact that I yelled at them so much last time, yeah, it said, you know, they took it poorly and they dropped their morale, but maybe it broke up a little bit of the complacency, and this was a more impressive game, right? It's an away game against a tougher team. We're supposed to be the underdogs, so that might have encouraged our players to try that much harder. That's a little unfortunate, but we do have a good defender back here. That's now Nicky Devlin. Nicky Devlin, I did go ahead and renew his contract. I forgot, like he's the captain, and he's only like 23 or something like that, with a lot of potential left in him. So seeing more play there will be good. The other thing too is Peter Murphy has got some untapped potential as well, and it is nice that we're playing him more. And I think, oh, there we go, foul. All right. I think that's going to open up a lot of possibilities as well. I guess there's some snow in the pitch is what's just showing up here. I mean, are we in November, December? I don't remember what date this game is anymore. I know we're in December. So yeah, that's probably some snow on the ground. I wonder if that has an impact on some of the play. Harkins, the free kick. Ooh, goes completely wide. That's too bad. The goal kick on the other side. But we're 35 minutes in. We're out shooting them 9-3 and have 2 goals to show for that, which is fantastic. This is exactly the sort of thing we're looking for, assuming we don't give up some stupid goals. Ooh, that is going to be a corner. Makes me unhappy. I mean, we do practice defending this stuff. But, again, I'm not sure if I have my people in the best position to deal with this. I have not made any modification to defending set pieces with the free kicks, and I don't know what to do there. So, that may be something. I'll try to do a little bit more explicit research, but it really depends on what the other team is doing. So I sort of have to hope that just the AI players are going to do a decent job. So Dunfermline may have made a bit of a strategic change here. They've gotten a little bit more possession and some counterplay, but I don't know, maybe not that much. Peter Murphy is going to go and pick up the ball, keep it in. He's got lots of room to look for a good passing opportunity and to hold on to it. Gets it to Harkins in the middle. Harkins, moves it forward to Kearney, then to Moore, and then it goes away. I was actually expecting it to pass the other way initially, but there we go. We are pleased with this. I'm going to be passionate, very pleased with the performance. Keep it up, lads. Looking extremely delighted. Excellent. I don't think we're going to make any changes to the overall strategy at this time. Although, I mean, this could be a time for us to start getting some practice with the more direct play. You know, we'll have a little bit of uneasiness with the passing style, but it's not necessarily that much of a problem. We've got a lead. I mean, we could practice it in training, but you know what? No, I'm not going to make any changes as is. We're doing well. Although, you got to remember, if the fact that we're doing well and saying not making any changes is great, but if the other team, yeah, that was really risky there. If the other team starts to make changes, then my making changes to counter their changes isn't necessarily bad, right? Staying static can be a mistake, but so far it's still feeling okay. We've got the possession, we've got the shots, we've got the goals. They're starting to do some substitutions. A second substitution as well. Let's see here. They are subbing out. So we're going to mark their new striker over here. Spence. Oh, they've changed their position. They're 4-3-3 now. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. So Riley's being tagged. Higginbotham is, and McCallum wasn't. So they've got 3 strikers up front. What does that mean for us? What kind of change may we want to do to respond to that? Let's just change the marking instructions here for a second. Do we need to pull a few more people back? They're going to be a little bit wider. Our stratagem of jamming up the middle. Well, we don't have Geegan playing as far back over here. We still get the 3 to sort of cover that. We may want to put Kearney or Geegan more defensively minded. Not to have to worry about that quite so much. I don't know. This is our old formation, by the way. I mean, this is still calling this one the 4-4-2 diamond, but this is really a 4-3-1-2 narrow is what we're running here, which is probably fine. And I think we're okay. 60 minutes in, energy levels are relatively okay. We got a few people dipping in the middle here. Do we want to do a swap for, like, Paul, do we have a good sub for you? We could bring in Robbie Crawford. I think that might be okay. Robbie Crawford doesn't have a lot of match sharpness, but he does have a lot of enthusiasm going on here. He's very comfortable continuing to play the exact same role. So let's start with that. Then at the 70-minute mark, we'll probably reevaluate what's what. Everyone's playing relatively good. I mean, there's no one who's performing, like, especially poorly this match. Oh my God, Harkins with a beautiful free kick. How many? He scored, what, 3 times maybe now over the course of the season for a free kick position? He scored at least one other time. I have a distinct memory of that. That was just gorgeous. This is why we've got Harkins doing this. Boom, just over the head. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful kick over there. And just like that, we're up 3-0. How did we not do better against that other team? How did we not do better? Well, I mean, obviously we didn't counter the strategy as well. And I do feel like the team might have been a little bit more apathetic last time around. Fan-frickin-tastic. And again, with the lead, I mean, we're in a defensive mentality. I'm not going to go into, like, parking the bus outright, but because I don't know, it feels lame to do that. So we've got some more subs in over here in the back. We got 25 minutes left. We may want to consider another substitute ourselves. Perhaps in the middle, keep up the energy level there. I mean, if we've got control over the midfield, that seems to be, like, we're really denying them a lot of opportunity to even get shots off, which to me says that that's, you know, maybe where some of it's happening. But we don't have a good sub available there. I suppose we can bring in Balatoni for now. His morale is super high. We're trying to sell him off, and he's okay with that. And I think that might, I mean, it's not like Peter Murphy is having a bad game, and his energy level is not that low. Like, but no one's having a bad game. Robbie Crawford just got subbed in, so we're not going to do that. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I'm just going to bring in Ballatoni for a little bit. Just a little bit of fresh legs in the defense. Make sure we don't get overridden by their somewhat more aggressive 4-3-3. That actually makes a lot of sense to me. I think we're going to go with that. Okay, good. Excellent. Get in there, Conrad. I'm sad that I'm trading him away. Maybe I could have reshuffled my finances somewhere to open up more money. But yeah, he was asking for more money than I was basically allowed to pay in that particular situation. And I probably could have made it work, but I tried to force the issue, and now the agents just pulled out completely. But you know what? That's okay. We'll get some cash out of this. While he's a very, 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 very good player, I don't think he was like a integral, key, unreplaceable part of the strategy. We're going to lose a little bit on defense, but we do have some good players back there. And we have, some amount of depth in that position as well. So we're going to survive. Okay, Andy's definitely getting tired. But again, there's not a really good sub opportunity there. Unless maybe I move Doherty into here and then see if there's someone else there. But not really. I guess maybe if it wasn't ball-winning midfielder. Who do we've got? So we need someone who can play midfield. And Alan Forrest can actually play mid. Mid-right, I guess. That's not exactly what we're looking for. Gary Harkins, of course, can play everything. So we could just pull him back and bring Forrest in. Actually, I kind of like that idea. Harkins, we're going to drop you back there. And up front here, we're going to bring in Alan Forrest over here, who does not like to play the Ungash role, but we can just put him as, say, an advanced playmaker. Tacky. We'll actually put you support here. Go ahead and attack. That's going to be fine. Harkins is fine playing here. Doesn't like to play ball-winning midfielder, but he could be a... you know what? I'll do deep line playmaker. He'll stand a little further back, and that's going to be okay. All right. Yes, that's good. Let's do that. I mean, there's only 5 minutes left, but what the hell, right? Oh, here's another one of these dangerous corners. I would love to end this with a clean sheet. So would the players, because they would get... A lot of them would get a bonus for a clean sheet. I don't know if the offense does, but a lot of the defenders have that on their contract. Crawford really moving the ball up. Oh, that would have been beautiful if that pass had been completed. Absolutely lovely. Oh, I thought that, who is this at 23? I thought Doherty might have been able to stop that ball. He does tackle it away there, but nope. 18 gets it back. Sends it over to McCabe. So we're putting a lot of pressure on these guys. I mean, their defense seems to have this locked down, I gotta say. This is a little bit scary, but no, he'd have to take a really long shot. They still have control over the ball, which is something. This guy's now kind of open. He's got a bad angle to shoot himself. Oh my god, you know what? I have to say, kudos to the other team for that entire play. They kept moving it. We had them covered, we had them covered, we had them covered, we had them covered, and then eventually they were able to break out. I mean, this guy's even being told to be tightly marked over here. And it's possible too many of my defenders just got pulled out of position. I mean, we had a cluster of 5 dudes right over here. Is it because we had too many people tightly marked or what? So no clean sheet. That's, a little unfortunate. Also another corner over here, which makes me a little unhappy. Again, goal differential does matter in this league. So instead of getting 3 on our side, we only got 1. A little less happy with the ending right there, but overall, no, I am very happy. Very pleased with the result in your performance. Excellent. Everyone's looking delighted. And there we are. We split the goals between 3 people. And what do we got? Quality possession, roundup, air, Harkins and presses, indeed. I meant to say we actually got we didn't win the Coach of the Month award, but we came in second recently for the Coach of the Month award, so that's pretty good. And so I think that went relatively okay. What does that do for our competition standings? Are we all at 15 games? Not all of us. Most of us are at 15 games. That puts us 28 points. Ooh, Wraith. Hey, what happened there, buddy? You lost against Morton. You lost against Morton, so you drew against me, lost against Morton. Morton's pretty low in the group, right? 7th, it's not that bad. So that actually puts us a nice, comfortable 4-point lead above Wraith, keeping us up here. We're actually even with Falkirk in points, 2 behind in goal diff, but we actually made good. That was a really good game for us. What's our next one? What do we have coming up next? We've got Dundee at home. Dundee currently 5th overall, so again, you look at the points, these are very close. Playing 5th place versus playing even 9th place, Dunfermline over here, who just played. I mean, they're neck and neck, even all the way down to Dumbarton. They're very similar over here, so can't really read too much into that. We're going to be playing against them. If we can get, keep getting wins. Keeps being pretty good. It's going to be at home. Hopefully that does well. Board confidence over here, 75% confidence right now. Again, we increased expectations, but we're going to meet them. Probably with higher expectations, I could have, competed for a higher contract or something like that. I don't know if I like raising expectations of the right thing, but screw it. We're going to go ahead and do it, and we're going to exceed expectations. Even these increased expectations, we're going to go ahead and exceed them, because that's just the type of cojones we've got running for us. That's a Ladbrokes League One team that we're going to be facing in the Scottish Cup. So again, hopefully we do better than that. Of course, we're in very many ways still a League One team in terms of, the on-paper money, but we are doing really well in the Championship League. Tells me that we're probably going to be in a position to do well here, unless our players are complacent going into that match, which again, I think the previous Scottish Cup match, I think there was a lot of complacency going on there, and that's what was going on. Not going to make any dramatic changes to the tactics, except I am going to go for more direct passing over here. We are going to try that. So the counter mentality with more direct passing is what we're going to be rocking as our standard over here. Geegan moved up like that, I think is okay. Again, I kind of like, it's still called diamond narrow over here. I did like, pulling back a little bit further. It seemed to have worked out relatively well, but it may continue to work out relatively well over here. We got the 3 defenders. Geegan's, still going to be tackling relatively hard. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with this. Well, we'll have to see how it goes. Our next match in 7 days. Thanks for watching, folks. See you then.